invitation to come here today. I must say that myself, himself, and Femi, who spoke a couple of talks back, if everyone, we are all GCI products. We've been together since 1974, and God has kept us together. In those days, we were rascally, but we are gentlemen now. So let's go. Application of technology in the agricultural sector. I will move very fast because when Folabi told me to deliver, I said I needed 45 minutes. Yes, that's what I told Folabi. Folabi replied me. I said, Jide, you have 20 minutes and I will not give you 1 minute extra. So let's move very fast. So we are talking about the application of technology in the agri sector. When we are talking of technology in modern parlance, we are basically referring to artificial intelligence. It's not the usual technology ways and means of doing things, but in today's parlance, you say technology, it is AI. And so everything I'll be saying will be about AI in agriculture. And of course, when we talk of AI in agriculture, we're already talking of smart agriculture. As of today, about $16 billion is spent on smart agriculture worldwide. We expect that to go to something like $20 billion next year. And of course, it's going to expand and explode in the coming years. Let's go to the next slide. Now, what really is artificial intelligence? Of course, we have had it much today, the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines. Next slide. And there are so many forms of artificial intelligence. The very common one, machine learning, when you focus on building systems that learn and improve on performance without being expressly programmed. That is, you feed a lot of data into the system and you expect the data to solve certain problems on its own. And when we are talking about machine learning, next line, we have supervised learning, as I mentioned today, that builds a model based on known factors, known data, labeled data, examples of algorithms used. Then we have next line on supervised learning. Okay, we build a model based on labeled data, and we have such algorithms like k-means, clustering, natural neural networks, deep learning techniques, and so forth. The next line, we have semi-supervised that mixes both, okay? Examples include generative adversarial networks, which are used in audio and video manipulation. The next line, then we have reinforcement learning, which is also based on the system of rewards and benefits. All these things, we have very practical applications of all of them. These are just textbooks of, like for instance, when we are talking of reinforcement learning, it's part of what Netflix uses for its recommendations. If you're on Netflix, after you have watched 1, 2, 3 movies, Netflix, the actual intelligence part, reinforcement learning, will begin to suggest movies to you based on what you have watched. And they often get it right. It's recommended systems. Next line. Then we also have data science, which is a multidisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, machine learning algorithms, and so forth to extract knowledge and insights from structured and unstructured data. Next line. Data analytics is slightly different from data science. It's not as wide. This one just focuses on statistical, mathematical techniques and all that. Whereby data science uses machine learning algorithms, but data analytics simply uses something like the Google cloud, the Google cloud and all that, just to help, for you to understand for that. Next line. Now, robotics, we have already been told much about robotics, which is also part of artificial intelligence. Next line. Web development is there, you have various applications of web development, Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, social media platforms, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and all that. Then you have the educational platforms like Coursera, Moodle, Khan Academy, and all that. Then you have the real-time communication, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Slack, and all that. And so many other things. They are all part of web development. Next slide. Computer vision is also there. which refers to the field of study that enables computers to interpret and understand the visual world through digital images or videos. Next slide. The natural language processing is also there, okay, which is also very important. We have learned of Alexa, the Google Assistant, Alexa. It uses natural language processing to try to understand human speech and also reply in human speech. Next slide. Autonomous cars are there, self-driving cars, okay, capable of navigation without human input. There are basic advantages of that. They're all there. By reducing accidents, protecting passengers, improving traffic flow, and increasing mobility for people who are unable to drive themselves. Next slide. Then there's big data analytics, the process of examining large and varied data. Big data has to do, let me explain a bit about big data. Now, big data is data that is so wide that it cannot be handled on a single machine. You usually need algorithms, okay, algorithms to be able to handle the data is so much. Okay, now, we are in UI. What's the population of UI? Maybe, I don't know, maybe 100,000 people, students, everything. Now, we can keep data of 100,000 people using Excel alone. You know that Excel has 1 million rows and 48,000 columns. So that means we can handle data of maybe 1 million persons, okay, on Excel. Each person is a row, like that. There are so many different parameters, 40,000 parameters, height, weight, age, and all that, 40,000. But suppose we want to handle data for Ibadan. Excel cannot do it. Excel cannot, okay? Because we have 7 million people in Ibadan. In which case, we have to go to big data analytics. And we'll be using tools such as Apache Hadoop, Apache Spark, MapReduce, and so forth. Are we together? So next line, Internet of Things is also there. Okay, network of physical devices and so forth, which are linked to the internet and make decisions. Next slide. Now let's talk about applications of artificial intelligence in agriculture. Well, just a few. We use artificial intelligence in crop and soil monitoring, okay, to identify nutrients in soil and accurately determine the effects of crop yields. Next line. Then we use it to monitor livestock health, artificial intelligence, okay? Next line. Next line. Then we use artificial intelligence also to sort harvested produce. Consider a farm, maybe they produce 1 million eggs in one day. And the eggs must be sorted according to products, size, color, okay, weight, and so forth. Now, if you have 1 million eggs a day, and if you had a human being sorting 1,000 eggs a day, that means we need how many people? 1,000 human beings a day to sort 1 million eggs. That is huge. Where will we get money to pay 1,000 human beings to sort the eggs? But we can bring in artificial intelligence and you can do that in 2 or 3 hours. Are we together? Next line. Intelligent pesticide application, AI-powered drones through the use of computer vision now make the farm application of pesticides far more intelligent and precise. Next line. Automatic weeding and harvesting through the use of ML and CV. AI analyzes the sizes, shapes, and colors of leaves of growing plants so as to distinguish between weeds and crops. That information is fed to farm robots, which now execute automatic weeding through robotic process automation. Femi spoke about robots, okay? We've learned a great deal there. We already apply robots in weeding on farms. Are we together? Are we together? So, next line. Yield mapping and predictive analytics on large farms spanning thousands of hectares. Data is collected through install centers and multiple drone flights. Okay, this collected data is applied to 3D mapping, which enables farmers to accurately predict future crop yields for specific crops. Next line again. We also do surveillance for security. We use AI for that. Next line. risk management tool in predictive analytics. We can analyze market trends and predict future prices of crops and livestock. Next slide. I believe that maybe the organizers will get copies of, that is soft copies. So don't worry, you still have opportunity to read this very closely because I'm working very fast. Then optimization of automatic irrigation systems is also used. We also do that. We use AI for that. Next line. Intelligent automation and robotics. We use AI for that. Next line. Okay, now, how and where to begin AI and how to continue. This is where I will just explain a few things before I go and sit down. Okay, most people in this hall are students, okay? And you are learning a great deal. Now, I know that sitting there, I'm being told so many wonderful things. Many may already be suffering from some form of information overload. Yes, information overload. God, come and help me. What do I do now? Yes, I know, because brilliant things have been said here today. Fantastic and brilliant things. After you are hearing one now, before you digest it, another one has been said. You say, let's look at what you will do now. Let's look at what you do. Number one, which has been said already, learn at least one computer programming language. That is the place to begin. If you want to start your journey in artificial intelligence, learn at least one computer. Just like, we are communicating now as humans using human languages. When you are talking of programming using computer language, and it is computer programming language you will use, learn at least one. There are several computer programming languages, but the most common ones are Python and Java. Okay, so ask me, if you are beginning, please go and learn Python or Java. That's the best place to begin. Don't learn Python 2, it's now old. Go for Python 3. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the students, go for Python 3. Now, if you choose Java, you can take maybe Java 8, Java 11, or Java 17. Those are the versions that are most widely used. Okay? But it is you that will decide which one do you prefer. Either, some people say Python is easy, like print hello world, which is one line in Python. When you say print hello world in Java, it is 5 lines. Are we together? Are we together? When I say are we together and you keep quiet, I wonder whether I'm communicating. Then along with that, take another language, so that something like SQL, structured query language, which we use to manipulate relational databases. So that just take either Python or Java, then factor in SQL into it. In SQL, there are so many versions, but all basically the same. You can learn either PostgreSQL or you can learn MySQL. Anyone, there are, or even any other one. There are so many, but they are virtually the same. The next one. Select an AI application area and begin to learn it. While you are learning the language, also look at an area that you will like, okay? Because you will use the language to operate in the area. So something like data science, machine learning, web development, data analytics, computer vision, NLP, TensorFlow, Apache Hadoop, Apache Spark, MapReduce. Now, Hadoop is very big, very powerful, but Apache is even more powerful than Hadoop. What Hadoop took 2 days to accomplish, when Yahoo wanted to try out Apache, because Yahoo uses much of Hadoop, Apache Hadoop. So when they wanted to try out Apache Spark, what Hadoop takes 2 days to complete, Apache Spark finished it in 100 minutes flat. Are we together? So it is very powerful. The MapReduce, autonomous people and all that. Even we have talked about security, okay? Cyber security is also an area that you can decide to go into. Then web development areas, either front end, back end, or full stack. Like for instance, if you say front end web development, you are talking of everything you see on the screen when you are on the website. Yes, when you are on the website and all that. So many of these things, okay. The next one, then use the internet profitably for your education in artificial intelligence, okay? You can learn artificial intelligence on the internet. Are we together? Like you can go to Google search engine and so many things. Then step four, register on a free website. Somebody may be, how do I learn? Go and register on a free website, okay, to learn artificial intelligence, okay? Are we together? Then websites for job interviews on artificial intelligence, look at there, okay? Then you can use YouTube also for your AI education. Use YouTube. Okay, there are countless learning videos on YouTube. You can go there to learn. Then you can, yes. In terms of free, where you can freely learn artificial intelligence, all students take note of this, freecodecamp.org. All the students take note of that. The other ones like the one we talk Udemy, Udacity and all that, all those ones you will pay. Something like Coursera and all that, you'll pay. But this one is free. You go and learn artificial intelligence on that. Many Nigerians learned artificial intelligence on Free Code Camp, and they are now working for all the big companies, Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, and so forth. Next one, register. Yes, this is something I want us to be aware of. The president has one very good baby, the 3MTT. 3 million technical talents, okay? It is currently being implemented by federal government of Nigeria through the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy. I think it was last year they called for applications. How many people registered here? Okay, that's good. That means a number of people know. So if you don't know yet, they already have about 1.5 million people. They have space for 1.5 million more. What is the basis? The president wants Nigeria to be a net exporter of talent in AI. But that, it does not mean that when you get the skills, you will leave Nigeria. No. It means that you will be here in Nigeria, I'll be solving problems of companies in Silicon Valley or Bangalore in India, and you'll be earning dollars in Nigeria here. Are we together? Yes. But before you are able to do that, you have to get the skills first. The next one, aim for something great in AI. Starting salaries for machine learning engineers are already more than $120,000 per year. If you are a data scientist, if you are a qualified machine learning engineer, qualified web developer, you can put in $120,000 per year from Nigeria here. Even the people that are very competent senior engineers, they put in $250,000. If you are working for, say, Google and the rest, you can get $1 million per year. Are we together? Yes. Isn't that something that is worth working for? The next line. There's a worldwide shortage of AI engineers. Okay, presently there's a worldwide shortage. So it's left to you as students to sign into it. Okay? To sign into it so that you get those skills. Next line. Some interesting metrics on AI. Those are there. Okay? Like we expect them. Who can become AI engineers? Everybody. That question has been answered earlier on by the speaker before me. Everybody can become artificial intelligence engineers. Everybody. All you need is interest. You need interest. Okay? You need commitment. Okay? You need interest. You need commitment, and you need discipline. Show some interest. Okay? You are hearing all this. They are not just stories. They are not just stories. Okay? Someone like me, I had to learn Python as an adult. I also learned Java too. I also am a data scientist and I'm a machine learning engineer. All that I learned as adults. But you are students now, and it is your own interest to learn all those things now, because you will use them in the future. Medical doctors have gone on to become brilliant artificial intelligence engineers. The same thing, linguists, artists, even singers. Naturally, people from the numeric field, like engineering, I'm an agric engineer, from the numeric fields, and they find it easier and things like that because of their background, but everybody else can learn artificial intelligence and become an expert. Are we together? We have been told that Nigerians are very brilliant. Everybody knows it in the world. And God will help us. Today, India is the 5th largest economy in the world today. They did that simply because of artificial intelligence. Everybody in India knows artificial intelligence. Just believe it as gospel truth. Take any American company of note, whether it's Yahoo, whether it's Google, they are all headed by Indians as chief executives. So we also want it for everybody in Nigeria to know artificial intelligence, because that is what will push Nigeria economy forward. Somebody must have read one report last year by this company, Goldman Sachs. It's an American company. What did Goldman Sachs say? Goldman Sachs said that going by history and everything they can see, they said by the year 2075, the biggest economies in this world will be number 1, China. Number 2, India. Number 3, the United States. Number 4, Indonesia. That was what Goldman Sachs said last year. It was number 5 that shocked everybody. And they said they are not apologizing. They said number 5 is Nigeria by 2075. People said, I don't know what you are talking about. They said everything they understand showed that Nigeria will be number 5, the 5th biggest economy in the world by 2075. And by that time, of course, many of us would have gone long, but many of you young ones, you will be here. And you are the ones that have that responsibility to push the economy like that from the skills you have absorbed from artificial intelligence.
Thank you very much, sir. Wow. It has been exposed. Please, let's clap for Doctor.